Welcome to Caching Waves. This is your Elliott Wave update for ICP. I'm out on the 4 hour showing our nice 5-wave impulse to the upside. Our third came past the 1.618 extension of wave 1 off wave 2. Came back between the 2.36 and the 382 for our fourth wave and extended past the 2.382 for our fifth. So pretty much ideal targets there. After that, we had a 3-wave move to the downside, looking to hold support at this previous fourth to keep this market as bullish as possible. On linear scale, we just peeked through the 50%, so everything's lining up nicely. So looking for this ABC to complete, and time-wise looking into the end of the month. So I use fib time just to judge how long a correction should take, and we're correcting this entire 5-wave impulse, so we should expect at least around a 618 extension in time. So after a 3-wave pattern, it's very difficult to judge what we get after that for our B waves. B waves can be very difficult to trade, so we just trade individual waves. Right now, just targeting the 1-to-1 extension of this A wave. I'll go down on the smaller time frames and show you that. Reason being is we can get a lot of different patterns, get complex corrections, get triangles, get regular flats, get expanded flats, get running flats, all because this is a 3-wave pattern. So we have our A wave complete as a 3-wave pattern, looking for our B wave. As of right now, targets at the 1-to-1 extension. If this bottom holds of our B wave, which I believe is in, would take us to around 1550, as long as we don't get extensions. That's the 1-to-1 of the A wave off the B. What's nice about that is if we can get above this level of resistance, it's a very bullish sign after we get our C wave. Because remember, if this was if we're expecting further downside, we'd expect to hold the 618 here. So if we can pass through that, that flips us to more bullish down in the future. So down on the 15-minute, have this as a diagonal for our A wave. Yesterday I said we were getting a correction. We nicely, again with fib time, I pulled from the A wave, put on the 618 and the 1-to-1 in time. We're right in the middle of that box, which is ideal. So I bought in at the 1-to-1 extension of this A wave off this B wave for our C. I bought it at the 1-to-1. My average price, let me check here, is $11.71. So I'm in this right now, expecting a C wave to the upside to that 1550 area. That's the 1-to-1 extension. Now, B waves can get dragged out. I just use this as a guideline. That's like my ideal pivot spot, 618 and the 1-to-1. But what can happen if Bitcoin gets a drop is this can get extended out a little bit, and this is just our A wave, B wave, and we get a C wave, and then we go. So keeping that in mind, again, going off the fact that B waves can get pretty extended. If this ends up being an A wave, it starts with 3, so a lot can happen. But if we get something, if we just start going from here, perfect. But if we don't, and we come up with like 3, I'd expect this to become some sort of flat pattern, like so, and I might leverage up if we get something like this. Because right now my stop is at 1047, which is right below this pivot right here, and past the 618. I don't expect us to come below that if we're going to stay bullish. But if we make a 3-wave, this is if we don't just go from here, but if we make a 3-wave above this previous A, and then we start to come down, I'd move my stop up to this level, because in a running flat, we should hold the A wave low, and I'd have extra capital to throw at it because my stop would move up. So that's how I would leverage up in this position myself. Not financial advice, just what I'm doing. And it really depends what happens in this area, right? I won't know until it happens. So as of right now, looking good. We wanted to hold this area as support yesterday to keep this all intact. But yeah, currently my trade is only 1171, that level, looking for the 1-to-1 to take profit. So about a 3-to-1 at this point. So that's what I'm looking at for ICP. After that, expecting this to come down. If we get a little extended, expecting that to become a larger B wave as an A, B, C. Again, protecting this low, becoming a larger correction and going off for our larger third. So it's looking pretty bullish. Hopefully we can get this move through past the 618 just to get our probabilities on our side that this market is bullish. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want the updates, and I'll catch you on the next one.